this past July, Carrie Esau from our congregation took advantage of a covenant mission trip to Taiwan. And on the second Sunday of each month, we have what we call mission moments, when someone comes to share about an aspect of missions. So we're going to have Carrie come, and she's going to tell us about her time in Taiwan in July. Carrie?
While he's getting the picture up, a little bit tall for me, I want to thank you all so much. We were a team of 11, but actually we were a team because I couldn't have gone without you. It was your prayers, your financial support, all the supplies that you helped me to take, and I stuffed a suitcase full just of things to supplement the lessons. And also your emails and your encouragement were a big source of help to me. I think we're having a little trouble finding it, so I'll just say a couple other things. The church over there, the people are so zealous, and a lot of it is because they have come out of such darkness. They're involved in ancestor worship, where they actually pray to their dead relatives, and idol worship. And the first picture that's going to be showing, I hope, is of lotus bloom, and that is a flower that's very much loved by the Chinese. Artists and poets alike use it, and I think it's very symbolic for the Christians. The flowers are thought of as being like a gentle person who keep themselves clean and alive and pure despite all of their dark and murky surroundings. And it's used also to inspire people to continue striving through their difficulties and to show the best part to the outside world. And so I guess we're past that already. And I just wanted you to see some of the children and the schools had, the churches had the opportunity to decide what they wanted to teach and how. So we used crafts, a lesson book. The children started out very shy, but ended up becoming very comfortable with each other and with us. There were a few Christian children. Their parents went to the church or were on staff. But a lot came from the community and from these homes where they had the ancestor worship. My home on the 12th floor is that little green short building there, and I was standing in front of the church. It took me a whole month to, I think, finally not hear the freeway right below me. Coming from Denair, that was quite a culture shock. And the small little vehicle there on the right is the garbage pickup, and sometimes we rode the elevator up and down with it. This is the view from the church, which was on the 8th floor of a high-rise. The bottom floor was the grocery store. Some of the supplies that you helped provide were these little sponges that burst into shapes, and one day we studied animals, one day it might be about friends and family. And they loved all the stickers that you helped send. They really enjoyed learning some new games, Hokey Pokey, and here's Pin the Tail on the Donkey. And can you tell which one is the restaurant? The church provided lunch all 15 days. Usually we ate in, sometimes out. Sometimes we'd get caught in a traffic jam of hundreds of motor scooters. Sherlyn is the town where Martha and Norman Dwight had one of their churches, which I did not get to visit. Claiborne, this is the one for you. The bottom line, Chinese are very big on symbols, and this one was about helicopters. On our last day, the church staff took us down to a beautiful valley where the oolong tea is grown. And early in the morning, I would get to the church to get on the computer bank that was shared with the students who came early and with the teenage dropout school. One day, we had an American Day, and I presented peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to them. And I'm sorry my back is to all of you. So again, thank you for all of the supplies that you provided. Some of you prayed for Naughty Boy Andy. That's what Sarah, our director, labeled him. And in 3 weeks, you can see a big change in his life there. The parents and grandparents would come and spend all day with us, and they would help provide some of the crafts. This is one of the largest idols there, and there was a black flag flying, which let people know that that was a very harsh god. They were involved in fortune telling and to pull these sticks that would help them know about their future. But on the opposite side, this was a Presbyterian dentist who came and was the first missionary in the northern part of Taiwan in the early 1870s. His home and the church, this is the rebuilt church, and we just happened to accidentally discover this and heard a church service in progress. There were Jesus sightings all over. This is a group of Taiwanese from New York that we literally bumped into as they handed me a bilingual for spiritual laws. These are the teenagers from the church that were my translators and helpers during class. And this is for my friends in Hilmar because this is the only cow, I think, over there. They drink soy milk. Traveling at 200 miles an hour, we got up at the crack of dawn and rode about 2 hours to get to visit the Dwights there. And for me, this was really great to see some agriculture en route. And we stopped by their home and then went to church at Morrison Academy, where Don works. And then we went to the Filipino church where they minister. And the people there pay a high brokerage fee to come to Taiwan to improve their lives. But they have a lot of zeal and love worshiping the Lord. And I don't have too much to add to this, except Fern, the women don't wear hats, and I was going to bring a helmet home. But the masses of people really need to hear about Jesus, and this is right in front of the church building. And we did a lot of travel by train. I didn't get to go on the motor scooter. But people are traveling to and fro, and the churches are there that are there. There are 37 of them, love the Lord. Well, of course, I had to experience some of the food, and so this is tempura eel. I love the flowers, I love the tropics and all of the exotic blooms and plants and flowers that are over there. Well, you help provide markers and a lot of other supplies, and the children really liked artwork, and they liked getting stickers for all of their projects. And this was a way to dialogue as we're making crafts, and I had to learn Chinese and metric really quick. Well, I took a lot of almonds over, and there's going to be a little pocket of the population that I know says it incorrectly. That's just the way I say it. But I didn't get to give it out as gifts because the leaders there wanted to have the children make their own chocolate clusters. And Hermie, we heard that in Chinese for 15 days, so I know all the stories in another language. The shopping is very colorful there, and yet when the typhoons blow in, things really change, and all the doors come down, and they have to protect their windows and, excuse me, and so we had 2 typhoons blow in, and our pastor did not want us to go out, but he got anxious and wanted to take us on our last tour, and so we are leaving the youth hostel behind, and even though these doors are boarded up, the hearts of the people there are open, and Pastor Yu is training 2 couples to go into China. He sees Taiwan as the key to China. He took us to a POW camp and thanked the Lord, thanked America for sending soldiers to help free him. He thanked us multiple times for sending missionaries and money over there, so he had opportunity to become a believer. And we stopped and prayed in front of that eternal flame. Well, my job description and goal was to form loving relationships with the children, and that was so easy to do. And so I just want to thank you again for supporting me, for encouraging me, for helping me to go. And really, we were all a team because it takes everybody, those who send, those who go, those who pray. And so I want to thank you very much for being part of my team in Taiwan.